Good morning, everybody. Happy coffee talk. It's Wednesday morning. It's a busy day for me, actually. It's nice and quiet in my house right now. It's 7:48. Nobody's awake yet. It's a snowy, still outside, and so it makes everybody want to stay in bed. It's like still gray out. It's barely light, and it's almost 8 o'clock. I am enjoying my coffee by myself. If you are like me, coffee by yourself is kind of magical. But now I get to share my coffee with you, which is my favorite thing to do in the mornings after I've had coffee by myself, because I get a chance to think and then I get a chance to share what I'm thinking, just like we would be if we were together and we were sharing a cup of coffee. It's one of my favorite things to do is share coffee with someone. So let me dive right into my coffee talk concept this morning, or topic. And at the end, I'll share with you my mug and what I'm drinking. Yesterday I was having a conversation with someone, and it was kind of a coaching conversation. And we were talking about free time. I asked her, what is she doing with her free time? Because she said that she felt like she had too much. And I said, well, what are you doing with your free time? She's like, I don't know. And I was like, well, what do you want to be doing? And she wasn't sure about that either. This free time was newly discovered in her life, so she didn't have it before. She has it now. And I said to her, well, do you have a hobby, something you want to do? And she does. She did have something she wanted to do, but there were a couple obstacles in the way. So one, there's things that are like basically blocking the desk that she wants to use. So she'd have to deal with that. And there's just some like details around doing her hobby that she would have to figure out with her kids, and things just like taking pictures and posting them on Etsy, stuff like that kind of details. And I asked her again, I said, is this something you want to do? And she said, yes. And then I challenged her with spending, this is one of my favorite coaching tips, by the way. So you can use it on pretty much anything, because I use it every single day of my life for myself, is when something feels hard, instead of making the task the thing that you have to complete, instead of it doing that, I suggested that she uses a time interval instead. Every day she spends 20 minutes working on that room that she wants to use. Every day she spends 20 minutes on getting things organized or set up or whatever. And she just does that until it's done. No, like, oh, I have to clean that whole room today kind of thing. We will put that off forever. But that's not my coffee talk message for you. Not that coaching tip. I've shared that before. Again, save it in your back pocket. Apply it to anything. I literally apply it to loading dishes, folding laundry, doing workouts, like anything that I feel is hard. Instead of worrying about the full task, I just give myself a time interval. So take that one and run with it. But here's what I said to her, and this is what I want you to take away from our coaching conversation. I said that I wanted her to do it, not just think about doing it, but actually do it. And taking the action on this task related to her hobby that she wants to do, related to how she wants to spend her free time and feel fulfilled and happy and productive. That this exercise, and I'm deliberately calling it an exercise right now, this exercise in task completion / follow through is practice for many other things. This is just a doable one, but it's almost like picking up rocks and moving them with the intention of building strength. You hear what I'm saying? Oftentimes, we identify things in our life that we want to be different. We see them clearly. We have it within our power to change them. We see how. Now, it doesn't mean that's going to be easy, because sometimes there's obstacles, there's resistance in the way, things that'll make it tricky, maybe things that are unknown even. Those things are there too. And then ultimately getting over those obstacles and then creating some sort of routine in which we get to do the thing we wanted to do or change what we wanted to change. That is my definition, at least partially, of empowerment. I mean, and again, there's lots of definitions, but in some ways, when you are empowered to take action and you know how to do it, you actually have power. That's what I'm saying here. I'm saying you assert power in your life by practicing these different things. And practicing them is the right word also. Because if you've never done any kind of strength training or any kind of exercise that you're practicing, it tends to take practice to get good at it. This is exactly the same. If you feel like you are buried with these kind of things everywhere in your life, you see things that should be different, that have obstacles or things in the way that you feel like you can't tackle and you can't do anything about it. And so you're just not going to. It does not make you a failure. It just means you need to pick some and start practicing doing the thing. Practicing identifying what you want to be different, seeing the path, identifying the obstacles, working past them, and then creating the new thing that you want. This is what it looks like when we want to change our bodies, P.S. When we want to lose weight or we want to get stronger or we want to feel healthier. Oftentimes we see it. We know we want something to be different. Like, for example, maybe you want to eat at home more often. You want to eat at home, so you know in your head, if you eat at home more for dinner than eat out, you're going to feel better. You'll probably even lose weight. You're going to save money. You see the path. You know you want to do it. That is a change you want. But what's the resistance? Well, many nights during the week, you got to go places. Maybe you got to juggle kids. Maybe you have to juggle work stuff. So you're not always home. There's an obstacle. Maybe you don't have a clue what to cook because you haven't done it in a long time. You're not cooking at home very often. So there's another obstacle. So you're thinking to yourself, man, I actually can't do that because I've got to juggle all the things and I don't know what to cook. I don't have time to cook it. This is what I'm talking about. This is the exact thing. So you can see what you want to be changed and then just leave it and be like, I guess I can't do it. Or you can have power over your life and decide, you know what? I can eat at home more often, but I'm going to have to deal with some of those obstacles first. I'm going to need to figure out what to cook. I'm going to have to learn a couple new things. I'm going to have to grocery shop so that I can have a couple things prepared on the nights that we're like out and about so that when we come home, it's all ready. So I'm going to have to carve out some time on Sundays to do that. And I'm going to have to say no to my crazy kids when we leave X, Y, and Z activity and they want to go get food somewhere. Those are the things that are the resistance, the obstacles in the way. And then once I have worked through those obstacles, all I have to do is just do it enough so that it becomes a routine. Do it a bunch of weeks in a row, and now it's a new routine. Creating the life I want. I identified it. I chose it. I identified the things in my way. I worked through them. I created a new routine. I practiced it, and then it is creating the life that I want. This is how this works. So, circling back to the coaching conversation, setting up the desk for the hobby is like practicing exactly what I'm talking about. It's easy, it's doable. It's not necessarily fun to like clean up that room, but on the other hand, it's pretty accessible to flex those power muscles. Because then when there's harder things, and P.S., this person is a baller at doing this, which is funny. She did it in some other big ways this past year and the year before. So that's why I can give her a hard time as her coach about doing it on the smaller things too. But I insist practicing is important. Once we identify these things and we think about them, we must take action because otherwise our brain starts to learn that we have no power to assert the things that we want in our life. Otherwise, our brain just resigns. Guess we can't do it. So, Coffee Talk message today is about taking charge of your life. If you identify things that need to be different, you identify things you want, something that you need to change. Look at the path to creating that change. Identify the obstacles that are in your way. Work through those obstacles to create the change that you want, and then repeat over and over and over again until it's a routine. Keep the new thing in your life that you want and work at keeping it until it's a routine. And then you will have changed some portion of your life that you wanted. You will have, by definition, had power and empowerment and action. And it'll start to get contagious. You will start to do this in other places and not even realize it. So that's why I need you to practice. I need you to pick something that you want to be different. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's your junk drawer. Take a look at your junk drawer and think, I should make that better. It could be better. My life would be better. Okay, what's the obstacle getting in your way? Time, not knowing where to put that crap. Get yourself some Rubbermaids. Give yourself an hour. Clean the junk drawer. Boom, roasted. Next. That is the little kind of practice that gets you to the next harder thing. Whenever you see it and you choose to take action on it because you know you can and you know you can deal with those obstacles, you are flexing those muscles and getting stronger. I'm not saying you have to change everything. You get to choose. You get to choose. You can't change everything. So in fact, you must choose. You must choose what to invest your time, what obstacles you want to deal with. You must choose. So hopefully this was a good coffee talk message this morning. I know I got a little preachy, but man, this fires me up. So before we wrap up, let me share with you my coffee cup. This beautiful mug was given to me by Brooke last year for my birthday. Brooke's our fitme admin manager. She's amazing. She gave me this mug. I've told you this before. It is wrapped in this kind of brown clay, and then it's a blue pottery mug, but the brown clay has leaves pressed into it. So it reminds me exactly of the Never Ending Story, and actually not Never Ending Story. Oh my gosh, The Land Before Time. I said the wrong thing. Land Before Time with Littlefoot and the tree star. So that's what it reminds me of. Well, guys, thanks for plugging in for Coffee Talk. We got something coming up on Monday. fitme is starting our On Track group for January. That means a 4-week program to work on your nutrition, to move more, to start to move the needle forward and be on track in January. I know pretty much everybody in my life is looking to make some changes in January, but like I said, I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you taking action to change the things that you want to change. Are there going to be obstacles? Yes. But if the life you want is to eat better, to start exercising, take care of yourself more, to lose the extra pounds, to improve your health, to move better, all of those things, to be kinder to yourself, I am talking specifically to you. It is $97 for the 4 weeks. It'll change your life. So you'll be able to use this stuff forever. I'll drop the link in the show notes, and I'll drop the link in the comments. Thanks as always for plugging into Coffee Talk. If you haven't done so, subscribe to Fit Me Coffee Talk on your favorite podcast platform. And if you're already listening on the podcast, then go to Facebook, search Fit Me Free Community. That's the one place you do want to be on Facebook. It's a fantastic group of people who are doing diet-free and sustainable changes together. We have daily accountability posts in there, helpful content, videos to teach you how to cook, how to move better. It's a good place to be. You will get motivation, encouragement, ideas, and connection. It's great. So hope to see you over there, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.